in person over here in the new space, and we'll be starting shortly. We're going to be going over the value ladder. So if you're joining live, welcome. Glad you're here, and we will get started here in just a moment. Glad you're here, man. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started here. So at any time during the presentation, you guys can get snacks here. We've got restrooms right around the corner here. I'm going to go ahead and shut the door. So you guys make yourself at home. This is the first time I've done BAM here in this space. So we're going to see how it goes. But yeah, make yourself at home, and let's start out with some basic introductions. So I'd love to know kind of who's in the room, and then how the format of this is going to go is we're going to do introductions. I'm going to go through just a quick presentation. My goal here is not to bore you or put you to sleep. It's actually to help bring some enlightenment on a marketing concept that maybe you can take back with you to either give advice to other people or maybe even to make a change for yourself and try to get some better results in marketing. I always like to preface this with what marketing is and is not. Marketing is just an experiment, right? There is no linear guaranteed path for anything we do in marketing. So anything that we do, it's always we're taking it to market to test it. That's why it's called marketing. We're taking it to market, we're testing it, and then we're making adjustments or optimizations to see if it works. So whenever we talk about marketing, there's no guru out there that knows the exact right process, the exact right button to push to get the exact right results. It's all a matter of testing, optimizing, and just trying it. So anything that I'm telling you here, I'm not telling you that you're going to make $1 million if you do this thing. I am telling you that these are things that are tested and proven by other people that can work. You can still make $1 million for badass. What's up, Breed Like a Cheese? I know. Sorry, I know. I'm off my game. I'll know next time. But let's do real quick introductions. So I'd love to hear just name, your business name, and then the problem that you solve for your dream customer. We're going to start with Mr. Ken.
Dream customer. Hey guys, I'm Ken. My design business is called Logo, and I specialize in graphic design, logos, and shipping, branding, and personal branding. So it's all social media. And my dream client, I don't know, maybe the next Coggins.
There you go. Love it.
Hi, my name is Brianna Plunkett. I'm with Lamar Advertising Developer Company. So we utilize digital static billboards all over North Texas and really the nation to amplify probably things that you're creating for your customers to help their business grow. Anybody that has something to say is my customer. Something as simple as a happy birthday message, or something as simple as a monthly special for service. The words now.
Love it.
Well, my name is Anthony Walensky, and we're at a company called Victory Fit. I do sports nutrition, supplements, and mindset. And my ideal customer is anyone that's willing to put the work in that we can help them get better in any way.
Hello, my name is Nolan Saffrey. My company is GFC Creative. I help business owners become the obvious choice in an era of infinite choice. And my dream customers are visionary leaders. It's a set of 7 characteristics: long-term thinking, collaborative, charismatic, help them with their brands.
I can't believe you just came up with that on the fly.
Right? Weird.
Mitchell Ashani with a company called Disparity, and we work with a lot of local businesses here in DFW around compliance, cost containment, and culture. And so we really have a vision to help them grow, through those phases. I'm Josh Miller with Levi Square Music Program. We offer private music lessons, and we gather students together as a band. And this semester, actually, we are recording our own projects, covers of 5 different songs, first time, and doing a showcase first time ever. Dream clients are mainly homeschoolers, but anybody with a passion for music, and if you're here, great voice.
No pressure.
Hi, my name is Pat O'Segan. Mitch and I actually work at the same company, Insperity, and our goal is to help businesses increase the likelihood, speed, and degree of their success, especially those companies who want to take care of their people. And we help them take care of their people while containing cost and mitigating risk.
Love it.
Hi, my name is Grace. I'm with Momentum Creative, and I specialize in email marketing, digital ads, and web development. And I guess my dream client, I don't know, that's a hard one. I like working with people, should say. And anybody who needs marketing, I'm your girl. So I'm always down to help whoever. I know.
Love it.
And my name is Dale Davis. I'm the founder of Badass Foundation, Adaptive Scuba. And my ideal client, actually, there's two parts of this. One of them is I take people with disabilities, I teach them how to scuba dive. I build a team around them, or build their team around them, and send them on their way. And then it's running a nonprofit foundation. It's always about fundraising and building the teams. So that's what I do. Badass Foundation, Dale Davis.
Awesome. Swing around. We're doing name, business name, and dream customer.
Well, I'm Aaron. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, bro. Glad you're here.
I'm Aaron. Yeah, I'm the late guy. Sorry about that. It's really embarrassing. I own and operate Freedom Performance IV. We're a concierge IV service where we go to different clients, different facilities, different offices and homes, even in a QT parking lot, where we do vitamin IV therapy to help people battle illness and people who just want to live an optimal life.
Amazing. That's great. Well, guys, we've got such a cool, diverse group of people here. Lots of marketers, lots of health and wellness, lots of people that care for other people. And this is a neat group. So thank you guys for being here. Today, what we're going to talk about is understanding the marketing value ladder. Have you guys ever heard of this term before? The value ladder? It's okay if you haven't. Let me get to the right screen here. All right, so the value ladder it's a marketing term used to describe a relationship between a brand and a customer, which a brand adds more and more value to a customer, and the customer is willing to spend more and more. In some cases, this may be growing a relationship of trust that leads to one final high-ticket sale. So think about this in a real simple term. Like if we were to do business with anyone in this room, chances are you don't go for your most expensive, highest value thing right out of the box, right? Unless you only offer one thing. Like if we were going to do, like, let's say with Anthony, like going to maybe his gym, they might not immediately try to get them on like the VIP personal training, highest ticket thing. What are they going to offer that person first? Anyone idea? At his gym, what do you think they offer people? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so that would be like the first step, right? It's going to be like, hey, we know you're going to love it. Why don't you just come try it out? Just see if you like it. I mean, that's what he did for me, right? So it's like low barrier to entry, but really high value. So what do you think would happen next? Someone comes in for free. Then what would be the next part of like victory fit for Anthony? If someone comes in, what are we going to try to get them to do next? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Going to go through some membership options, say, here's what we're doing. Here's what makes sense. Take this next step. And then maybe here, this could be like, hey, let's get you connected with a trainer. Hey, let's get you connected with a nutritionist. Hey, let's get you, on like a really customized plan for something else. We always start from that first step of the value ladder. And it's so important to do that. And think about it just like in terms of a relationship, right? If you have spouses, there's first an attraction phase, and then you meet them and you go on a date, and then you go on another date. You're walking through kind of the same thing on a value ladder, and then you get engagement, then you get marriage. It's all going upwards through one step at a time. So what we're going to go through today that you guys are going to walk away with is the 5 stages of the value ladder, the 5 steps to creating a value ladder for your business, and then some just real world examples. And I'm going to show you some things I've created for their businesses that have generated 6 figures that have been from a step-by-step value ladder. So as you're taking notes here, just be thinking about this in terms of your business, right? Like what are those steps in my value ladder? And then the neat thing about this is when you think about marketing, all you're doing is you're marketing that very first step of the value ladder. You're not trying to spray and pray everything you do to everyone. You're just starting with a real simple step 1. And here's the simplest visualization you'll ever see. It's as your price increases, all of you have products, services, programs that you sell. As your price increases this way, the value that you offer is also going to increase. It's pretty logical. Like Bree might not sell you the most expensive billboard in downtown Dallas. That's an LED with premium placement, extensions, and let's go ahead and knock 2 or 3 other billboards out at the same time, just get you all in. Like she might say, hey, a great place for you to start for your billboard is going to be at this intersection. It's fairly low cost, but it's a great place. It's where your customers are. This is where we're going to start you, right? You're not going to try to sell us the LED LBJ billboard.
Probably would not recommend, I mean, that's what you want.
So here's a perfect example, right? Like let's think of a dentist. You go to a dentist, what do you get? You get that postcard for, hey, free teeth cleaning. That's the first step in their value ladder. Come in for free, and then maybe they offer like a $300 whitening, and then routine appointments, and then maybe straightening, and then cosmetic. Now, if you're going in with jacked up teeth and you've got to start at the cosmetic level, that's a lot different, right? But when they're trying to get the general population to say yes to them, we're always starting with a very high value, low ticket or free item. So that's the first step of the value ladder. Visually, here's how something like this might look. Let's think of a chiropractor. Maybe it goes from a $19 adjustment to a $90 massage to a $150 acupuncture to a $300 personalized workout plan to a $500 care plan. So if we came to her website and we get started, she's going to be promoting just that real simple, like, hey, come in for 19 bucks, right? It's like, what do you have to lose? And she's betting her services and actually probably losing money because she knows she's going to add so much value that that person's going to want to come back and do more business with them. That's the whole purpose of that first step in the value ladder. If I come to Anthony's gym, right, and he's like, hey, I'm actually giving you this huge value for free because I know without a doubt that you're going to love it. The chances that someone turns into a customer from that free experience is much higher than him just saying, hey, these are our membership prices. Here's where you start. Is that going to be cash or card or Bitcoin or Dogecoin? So think about what you can offer for your business. Just spend a couple minutes and maybe brainstorm just a few ideas. You might already have this, but write down a couple ideas of what you think you could give for free or nearly free that would be of high value to your dream customer. And I'm going to push play on this music, and hopefully it's not Taylor Swift again. Okay. So just think about a couple ideas. I'll tell you later. It's a secret. Those of you online, what we're doing here, just take a couple minutes and write down a few ideas of what you would do to promote that first step of the value ladder, whether it's free or nearly free. And those of you that arrived a little bit late, if you haven't been here before, we do have restrooms down and around the corner. Help yourself to any snacks up here. And if I put you to sleep, there is some coffee around the corner too, if you start to get tired. Does anyone have one they wrote down that they'd like to share?
Sure.
Okay, Bree?
I would say one great option that I can offer is step cards. We have an in-house art team that is, they're absolutely fantastic at what they do, and we can provide an example. Because artwork for digital or website is very different from actual billboard artwork. So we can be a part of the solution, but also start the excitement early with seeing their logo on web.
Awesome. Spec card. That's great. Anybody else?
From a selling standpoint, we always start with a discovery call that will potentially pre-analysis. That will give an assessment report, shows them gap analysis.
That's great. Pre-discovery call. Wonderful. One more person want to share?
In the same places you have to have IP console down with the respective points down. This is even the setting side for IP focus that where you have to have telephone conference now and then sure with the nurse practitioner. That's a $40 charge. So what I've been doing is giving
That's great. Yeah. So here's the deal, guys. We have to be comfortable doing something that doesn't logically feel right sometimes, right? It's the value exchange. like giving away that thing for free. That's either your time for a free consult, or it's something that is a legit cost involved to get that first step going. And there's some books and some people I've listened to that say it should almost keep you up at night for how good it is that you're giving away for free. But that also means you've got to be so confident in what you're delivering, and you know that you've got the goods, that you're willing to risk a lot in order to get that relationship. And that doesn't mean you're going to win every time, but we are in the attention economy. If you guys have read it, know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, or Gary Vee, his latest book, it's all about like attention. I think its book's called Day Trading for Attention. And so it's an interesting concept, right? We think of the day trader, and in marketing, we're day trading constantly on social, on email, and everything we're doing to get people's attention. And if we don't have an irresistible, extremely good offer, that doesn't mean we have to be on the race to the bottom to give away the thing that's the cheapest, but it means we have to give away the thing that's the highest value to the right people and make it easy for them to say, yeah, I'll give that a try, right? So in this example, we've got like an adjustment, a massage, an acupuncture, and this does not have to be all digital. I think a lot of times when people think marketing, they immediately jump to like, oh, social media. Like, yeah, I post on TikTok. It's like, cool. But there's a place where it's like 360 marketing, right? It's like being boots on the ground. It's going to networking events like this. It's meeting people. It's building relationships. It's also being on LinkedIn and also doing email marketing. There's a lot of spokes on the marketing wheel. And the bigger value that you offer that's higher relationship driven, like the stuff that you guys are doing, it's going to be important to build those in-person relationships. And the sooner that you can get someone like in a room with you or on a consult, that's going to be a lot more powerful than how many emails do I need to send this person until they respond, right? You guys can probably attest to that. Yeah. Okay, so here is the 5 stages of a value ladder. And I don't really like this word bait, but we're just going to use it because it's up here. So we've got the bait, the front end, the middle, the back end, and the peak. And so what I want you guys to do on your paper is actually draw out this little ladder and then create 5 spots on here so we can fill in these 5 different areas. So we've got the bait, the front end, the middle, the back end, and the peak. Thank you, the attractant. This is a misspelling for the attractant. Okay, so let's talk about this very first step of the value ladder. That is called the bait. This is how you draw people into your ecosystem. We just talked about a free, high value incentive to build immediate trust with new prospects. You guys shared a bunch of ways that you can do that already. We have, free consults. We have free trial into a gym membership. We've got, hey, we're going to actually do artwork. Like, we're going to get a human resource involved to create a comp for you for what this could look like on a billboard. There's lots of things you can do. And think about it less of yourself. It's not how do you win. It's how do your dream customers win. We're making this all about them, not about you. So what do they actually want? And how do you start solving that problem for them? The second piece, this is the front end. This is where you invite the prospect to become a customer. So you make this offer compelling, significantly discounted. Options like a free plus shipping or buy one, get one free deal work exceptionally well. This doesn't work for everybody, but like for vitamin IV drip therapy, for example, this could be a great thing of like, hey, you've gone through this free consult with our nurse practitioner. Everything looks good. Hey, what if we gave you a free B12 shot while you buy this other pack, right? It's like, how do you combine or do something that's unique and special where there's still a transaction. So they're no longer just a lead. Now they're a customer, but we're making it easy for them to take that first step and they feel like they're getting something extra special or a bonus. Like, you could start giving away free billboards. It'd be great. Just let us know when you do that. We'll be your first customers. Buy one, get one free billboards. Okay, that's pretty cool. If you guys need a billboard. So go ahead and take a minute and write down some ideas, like what is something that the first time you're exchanging money or someone is exchanging money with you, what could that thing be? So it's a low ticket, high value thing. So think for just a second. Go ahead and write that down. I will be right back. And then once you finish up, if anyone wants to share some ideas, maybe inspire some other people in the room, what you put down for your front end offer. This one's a little bit harder, huh? Grace, do you have any ideas?
Yeah, I can think of like, so for email marketing for clients, I don't pitch, but I do graphic design as well, but I also include it in the emails.
Mm.
I create specific graphics for any events that they're doing. If you want to promote like anything like more specific towards what they communicate with the user. And I feel like that's the kind of incentive for that as well, since I do have that skill set.
Mhm.
But I market myself as like, I'm an email marketer, but I can also do this for your ads or for your stories that you're trying to tell or anything.
Yeah.
So I feel like that'd be very like, you know, another, like, it's, I don't charge for
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that could be a great, that's an additive. So think about this too. You have additives and you have subtractatives. Is that a word? We're going to pretend like it is. So we don't always have to reduce things that we offer. We can also add to things. So if you're worried about like commoditization, race to the bottom, the other way to do that is the opposite, right? To say, hey, I'm going to give you this email marketing piece for X amount of dollars. And just as a way to say thank you as a first-time customer, I'm going to actually throw in some extra graphic design that's typically valued at X, but I'm going to give that to you as just an incentive for us to get started, right?
and it helps build the story that they're trying to explain or help, draw the attention of the readers too. So it just gives that boost of like, communicating.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any ideas? What you could offer for your front end?
I have the initial pre-work
Mhm.
No pressure, environment, value, if you want to see, but on that front end. The good one is offering free supplement nutrition consultation.
Mhm.
Well, I was included in and $45. Membership.
Yeah, that's great. You could even, since we want to have a transaction involved in here, you could even say, because in marketing too, we always want to create scarcity and urgency. It has to be legitimate. We don't want to like fear or push people into a decision that they're going to regret later. But if you truly believe you can help someone and they are uncertain about what to do because they have their own limiting belief, and for a fact they need to do this, then that's where you could even have some push around. Hey, look, if you make a decision, you could even say this week you decide to join with a membership. We're going to give you a free nutrition consultation that's typically valued at X. We're just going to give you that completely for free. So when you come into the gym and you are building the life you want to build, you know that you're going to be putting the right things into your body to help you get results faster and feel better. So then that's the kind of scenario where it's like there's a healthy pressure to make a decision with a timeline. So the Alex Hormozy formula for that, just if you guys are thinking about how do we get things done faster, get people to make a decision, is urgency, scarcity, and bonus. That's the magical trifecta. So if Grace is like, man, I got to generate some cash this week, and she's got a few clients that are just like hemming and hawing, like, I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. She can think about, okay, what can I do to create urgency, to create scarcity, and give them a bonus? So that could look like, hey, look, if you guys make a decision by Friday, I'm going to also give you these free graphics that I normally charge X for, and I can only take on like one or two more clients this week. You want to be authentic and truthful, but that's a great way where you're actually helping them make a decision, because usually it's not the fact that they don't want to make a decision. They just have no healthy pressure to make a decision, right? We've all been there before. We're just like, I'm not sure. Therefore, I'm not even going to do it. But if there is a timeline, if there is some healthy pressure to get us to move, that's what gets sales done. Okay, anybody else want to share ideas they had for front end offer?
I was going to say, you're describing something that's making a lot more sense in my organization. In terms of the incentive to make a decision now, because our clients have a tendency to naturally also fall into the fourth quarter decisions. We give a time-based incentive.
Yes.
Initial point of the day, to offset some of their annual costs.
Yeah, that's great, Pat. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? A lot of people say like, well, I don't like sales or I don't like marketing because of all these pressures. But the truth is, a lot of times, if you do sales and marketing the right way, you're helping people make the decision that they need to make, right? You're the guide and you're guiding them to that solution that they actually want. They're just struggling with their self-limiting beliefs. So you're actually a little push. Yeah, everyone needs a little push. Incentive, yeah. No, that's great. So let's go to the middle. So we've got the bait, we've got the front end, or sorry, the accelerant. Thank you, Pat. The accelerant, the front end, and the middle. The middle is by now you've given the customer a lot of free value. Maybe they've bought something small from you. And the middle is what your primary offer should be. So this is the gym subscription. This is the, hey, I'm going to buy your social media email marketing package. This is the music school, Levi, like I'm all in, like let's go, let's start these music lessons. Or I'm going to hire a graphic designer, I'm going to do a billboard, etc. So they've taken that core offer step. So this one should be pretty easy. Just writing down like, what is your main offer? What does the majority of your clients say yes to? Could you do me a huge favor? Would you mind taking like a quick picture of me with the group, like kind of a, not a posed picture, but me just doing my thing with them? Don't pay attention to Miss Kristen. She's just going to take a picture of the group. Miss Kristen is awesome. This is Caddo office, by the way. They have lots of spaces. It's amazing. I actually moved myself here. So they have open spots if you guys ever want to come in and do office work here. Okay, anybody want to share what their middle is, their core offer? Just your normal program. This one should be easy.
So it's the most popular package on Myers IV. And right now I'm trying to push more subscription packages. So that is fine. I kind of lean towards subscriptions. Not everyone's willing to get your card every month right now.
Yep.
So this is not a popular package. Like to get and just cover X, Y, and Z.
Awesome. That's great. Perfect. Core program. Anybody else?
I have a 9-page critical, which is a donor. It's a collaborative, the guide. 30 steps to the brain process.
Yeah. That's wonderful. So we should all know the core program pretty easily. It's the middle thing. Here's where it gets a little more complicated. So this is the back end. So now we're entering a zone reserved for your top customers, the ones who excel, are deeply committed to your products and services. And this offering should be more expensive and deliver even greater value. What I love about this one and what you'll see at the next one is a lot of us just stop at our core offer, right? We're like, this is my thing. That's it. Like we have a path maybe to get people there. But people just stop right there. Hey, come on in, bro. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So think of the back end offer of like, what's that upgrade? If someone says, hey, Nolan, you know what? I actually really like this and I want to give you more of my money. Can you help me even bigger than how you're helping me now? Or does it just stop here? Right? Or it's like IV drips, like, hey, I feel great. I've really enjoyed this. What else can I be doing? Like, I want more of this. So think about what is that back end offer where you can take people to the next step, where you're providing more value and you're taking more payment. So think about just a second. Thank you, Kristen. Think just a second and write down like, what is that thing? And if you've never thought about it before, use this as just kind of like a brainstorming idea of what could that thing be where you could provide more value and ask for more money for your business. Do you need a snack or water? Cool. I like the sweatshirt, man. Representing the brand. I love it. I see you got your sign up there too.
Yes.
Looks good.
You too, man.
Yeah, we're both have our matching little QR codes up there.
For sure.
You're going to start a trend. All right, so take a second and write this down. And then if anyone wants to share what they wrote for their back end offer, All right, anyone have anything they want to share for their back end offer?
I have different tiers of IPs. Just the way you said it a second ago, I have clients very low contract on an optimal life. So they say, I can really give it this thing, but they're looking at me more of. And I typically tell them, you're doing everything right. Just make sure you got on point, you keep your hydration where it needs to be. You can eat and drink on your own. That's the best. But I think you're looking to enhance your cognitive properties. Plus maybe with this either, so that my higher price.
That's good. That's really good. Anybody else?
A lot of my relationships start local, but naturally don't sell billboard campaigns anywhere. So that's fun to grow companies and then be a part of that additional out of state growth as well. But it still gives them one contact the entire time, even though they need something else.
Yeah, love it. That's great.
With ours, I know we have our, typical solution that we provide all of our clients, but we also offer additional services like 401k, asset tracking, things like that they can add as they grow as a company, whether they're looking to utilize benefits, as well as, to your point, referrals. So they themselves have had a great experience. They can refer us to people that are also getting started.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now here's the kicker one. This one's going to hurt your brains a little bit. So a lot of us haven't thought about this. This is the peak. This is the pinnacle, the place where you aim to take all your customers, if possible, the most value at the highest price, your premier offering. I've heard this pitch sometimes too before of like, this should feel almost like a crazy, unreachable thing. Like, I mean, there's masterminds that I have some buddies that are part of that are like over $100,000 a year to be a part of a mastermind group. And they go to exotic places and they do crazy things. They bring in guys like John Maxwell, but it's like 50 people on an island. And it's crazy, but it's like, man, I would love one day to be able to afford a $100,000 to $300,000 mastermind group that has these elite experiences around other people that have invested that much. But for the normal person, like that feels like so far, like not even possible. But it's that one thing that positioned you as like, hey, this probably isn't for you right now, but we do have this thing and it is amazing. And I would love for you to one day be able to be here. So think about what that is for you. If you have a peak offer, like if Anthony takes people to Hawaii for a 1-day workout, gonna run up some volcanoes. Oh yeah, are volcanoes erupting in Hawaii right now? Oh, I didn't know. That was probably an insensitive topic to bring up. I was unaware. Edit this piece out. Did not happen. So what's neat about this is you should be thinking about, even if only 1 or 2% of your customers take this, this should be something that would be exciting for both you and them. We're not trying to get like the market share to say yes to this. We're just trying to get a very small percentage of people to say yes. This is where Bree gives them all the billboards in Dallas for 8 hours, all have this brand's name at the same time. That would be really cool. Be like Buc-ee's for a day, we're gonna billboard you like Buc-ee's. Anyone have anything they want to share? What is your peak offer or an idea for your peak offer?
I don't know if this fits or not. We just got a strategic relationship with Workday. So for us to take a small business and help them grow, the reason why we have that partnership is because we're being successful and then we lose the client until they get to a certain size. So now we can partner with the business and say, listen, if you get big enough, when you get big enough, we're going to help you get there. We're going to help you get onto a Workday platform at a much lower cost than if you went to Workday or you were an experienced client, but went directly to Workday. So that would be kind of take them up the ladder.
Love that. Yeah, that's great. That's a perfect example. Anybody else?
So writing is a very long time going period, but there is something called agile strategy, right? It's a 8-month process and it's about 6 to 8 weeks. So if you're thinking about the triangle of value, don't forget to it's fast and cheap. It's not good, but if you take something that's fast and good, it's not cheap. So I think in that service, it's so immersive and very impressive at the time.
Love that. That's good. And those of us that are in kind of like the thought coaching, thought workspace, what advantage that we have is people love experiences, right? So when you can create an environment with an experience where you're growing your mind and growing the people you're with, like that stuff, you can put whatever price you want on, right? There's not really a number where it logically makes sense. It's like, hey, if you were to go to this place and be with these people and experience these things while you're learning this core skill set, right? Whether it's like a branding thing, we did something like that I've done it here a couple times, but like the Rocket Fuel Retreat, we bring in like videographer, designer, copywriter, myself, and they're literally locked in here with me for 8 hours straight. And once they're done for that day, everything's done. Like their video shot, their ads launched, their pages launched, their copywriting done, their automation set up. And same thing as Nolan, like it's not cheap, but it's really good and really fast. And you've got full attention of a full team, like one-on-one for one day. And the stuff that you can produce is wild. So whenever you think about that peak offer, just remember to increase the value. Sometimes it's increasing that perceived value of experience. Like, hey, we're going to do this thing, but we're going to do it on a yacht. Okay, so the next part is, the why. Like, why does your business need a value ladder? So I think it's, you have to understand the customer's journey. We've probably all heard that terminology before. Like, what's the sales pipeline customer journey you're taking people on? The second is it helps you grow with your customers. So you're going to be able to increase the value that they get and also increase the revenue that you receive. Right? So if Grace is like, man, I want to hit this goal next year with my revenue, she might have to think about, okay, what are all the products and services that I can perform? And how do I put that on a value ladder? And then how do I take someone that's starting right here with me at a low ticket, low price, and how do I consistently get them to pay me more while I'm delivering more? Instead of just how many people can I fit in that first rung of the ladder? So we should all be thinking about like what's on that ladder and how do you naturally ascend people up through that ladder. Yep, and it allows you to sell products and services to various different income brackets inside your target market. And that's really the core benefit of that ladder. So let's go through real quick. I feel like we're at church. Here's the 4 steps and then the 5 steps but these are the 5 steps to creating a compelling value ladder here. So number 1, obviously you've got to know your target market. So this is questions like how old are they? How much money do they make? What's the biggest thing they stress over? What do they get excited about? Who do they follow on social? What magazines do they read? All of those different things. And I'm going to give you a gift at the very end of this, just a thing to scan that actually is like something you can fill out that's similar to this. So you don't have to sketch this whole thing out. But the more that you fall in love with your customer, the better results you're going to get. And you might have heard, like, don't fall in love with your product or program or service. You fall in love with your customer, because all that stuff can change. Another one-liner that I've always liked from Craig Groeschel of Life Church and a big leader, he says, marry the mission and date the model. So what that means is the mission is like, here's the thing that we're really trying to do. Like, this is Dale's mission. Like, he's trying to help get X amount of people in the water. The model to get there, it's going to change. So if he falls in love with the model, he's falling in love with the wrong thing. He should be falling in love with, here's my mission and here's the people I'm going to help. This all stuff over here is going to change, and that's okay. Right? But whenever we get sidetracked by that, we end up losing our strength. So make sure you know your target market really well. Make sure you outline your offers. So like what people get. So for each step of that value ladder, this is the same graphic, by the way, it just didn't change, but you should be thinking about what do people get in each of those stages of the value ladder. So if Bree is thinking like, okay, when we do our free consult and we give them a free comp of a billboard, here's just the bullet points of all the things that they're going to get. So if she's having a conversation or an email, she can clearly articulate, hey, here's what you get absolutely for free just by saying maybe. And they're like, I get all this for free. They're like, yep. But if she has to make it up on the spot every time, it might not be as powerful. So thinking about what everyone gets on each step of that value ladder, and then choosing a starting point. So you've got two different paths to choose from. If you already have a business with established offers, your next step is outlining the value ladder, decide what to focus on next. Or if you're launching a new business, you choose a starting point. It's often best to begin with something in the middle or front end, such as a $20 or $90 course or ebook. The goal is just to start generating revenue. All this is saying is when you have your value ladder created, you don't always have to start at the very bottom. You can start in the middle and go up. You can start in the middle and go down. It's just having something where you know I can either do upsells or downsells, and I've got more than one thing to sell, and then having a plan to sell it. I don't know if I want to go through all this. This is getting a little bit more complicated, but those of you that are like digital marketing nerds and designers like me, there's a handful in here, know about like websites and sales funnels. But what I typically recommend is once you have a really good offer and value ladder, you've got to promote it. And you can promote it via word of mouth and groups like this on social media, but it's always really good too to have like a landing page that says what you're doing. So if they're like, hey, I talked to Bree and she said this thing about this free consultation, I'm just going to go see if that's actually a thing or if she's just making stuff up. So if she's like, hey, click here if you to schedule your meeting, and on that schedule her meeting link, it might have a video of her talking about here's what you get. It could be real simple with just a bullet point list. And it's like, hey, schedule your time here to get this free thing. That's all it is. There's not 15,000 links to things that they don't care about. There's only one thing you can do. And that's a really good sales funnel. So I always recommend having like a really, really simple page, just like picture, bullet points, call to action, nothing else. I've built very big, gigantic, crazy websites that have won design awards and they look beautiful, but they have not converted anything because there's way too much information on there. So don't be afraid to cut it down and keep it simple. I won't go through this. These are just different types of funnels, but we won't go that far. Okay, real world examples. This is the first sales funnel I built for a coaching company that generated $141,962 in about a month. And it was one page, and there's only one thing you could do on this, and that was buy a ticket. And I did not believe that this would work. Because like, there's no way you're going to have like a website that's just a one pager with only one button that can actually generate revenue. But this is a real screenshot from his Stripe account. And this is the page that we created in like, I think 2 days before we were doing 1 day web builds. But all this goes to show is like when you've got a clear message and a clear direction with a highly valuable offer, you don't have to have a 15-page website to communicate that value. You can communicate it all on a single page, and it makes it much easier. A confused mind will always say no. So when you keep it really simple, it's only one thing for them to do. So this is just one that I was doing. Hey, it's another volcano reference. I just tried this out. I was like, hey, I'm going to do this free ebook, and it's going to be called Erupt Your Sales in the Next 90 Days. And so we created a real simple page. Only thing you could do is download this ebook. And we ended up getting like 28% conversion rate. So 28% of people that visited this page gave us their name and their email to download a thing. It wasn't a sale, but it was the first step of that value ladder. So now I had a lead that I could nurture up to a next step. Again, this doesn't mean this isn't printing money. This isn't generating an immediate sale, but it's generating someone that's raised their hands and they're saying, I'm going to give you my information because I want to learn something from you. This is a client that she came in and did that rocket fuel retreat. This is pretty cool. So really simple page, like it literally is her logo, a compelling tagline. I mean, who wouldn't want to watch this video? I almost died twice. Here's what I learned. And then it's, a few simple things down here: restore your hope, rediscover your power, rewrite your story, get on the waiting list. So she had that video on Facebook as a lead form, and she got a 40% conversion rate. So she got 303 leads, like name, email, phone number. That cost her $3.53 per lead to get. And it was all, and you can see even here, like this is her Facebook. She had 253 actions, 68 comments, and 63 shares of people that she's never met before. These were all strangers because she was on like a Facebook ads platform. This wasn't like, hey, these are my friends and family. This is people she did not know across the United States. And the reason why this worked is because it was a very compelling message and she was just getting them to do one thing and it made it very easy. And yeah, so for her, it was like, hey, watch this ad. Here's the page. And then they go to, she's a fire walking coach. So she actually helps people walk across hot, fiery coals and is, don't tell Tony Robbins this, but she's higher certified than Tony Robbins. She's like a master fire walker. Okay, so here's the free thing. If you guys want to get out your phones real fast and open your camera app, it's not going to be getting you to take a selfie, I promise. This is just a free gift. If you scan this code, you get to download that free persona PDF that's going to walk you through how to define your ideal customer persona. That will really help you map out how you create that first step of the value ladder. It's like, who are we actually making this for? Right? It's like Dale isn't making it just to please himself. Like, I'm bored, I'm going to get on Canva and I'm going to make something for my business because I have nothing else to do. He needs to be thinking of, if he's going after an investor, like, what do they want? And the more that he knows about them, the more that he's going to be able to create something special that's meaningful for them. So yeah, when you download that, this is what it's going to look like. It's just how to identify your dream customer. So it's going to walk you through like goals, values, help you create that customer persona. So that is yours completely for free. And I know we had a few people come in a little bit late. That's it for the presentation. I'm not going to sell you guys anything today. I'm here just to help give you some free value. If you guys did enjoy this, I would love for you to help spread the news. I'm trying to grow this. I had it pretty big about a year ago and I took my foot off the gas pedal. And I so appreciate you guys filling the room and being here today. It's means a lot to me. At the bottom of this paper, you'll see this little QR code. We have just an online community. So we've got about 2,500 people in here and we post up replays in there. We've got some basic conversations going on. You'll also get notified when we're doing these again. So if you would do me a huge favor, if you had any value in this at all, I would love for you to join that group and you can actually introduce yourself and tell people about you. Maybe you'll get some business from it. And I was going to say, the folks that did come in a little bit late, if you would like to introduce yourself, what business you're with and what problem you solve. I think it was just you two ladies, right? I think we got everybody else. Oh my gosh. You came to the right seminar.
I'm busy. We're supposed to be here next Friday too. I'm City Deming on SRD Publishing. We are a full service marketing company. We do offensive printing. We produce a magazine called 287 in the North Tarrant corridor, the Tracy corridor. And we do just about anything.
Cool. It's all printing related, right?
Let's do it. We do events as well.
Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Maybe you can help me market this event. Oh, you guys are together. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys accidentally stumbled in here. Thanks for staying. Okay. Any promotional products. Awesome. And then we didn't get you, man.
Yes, my name is Nelson Alvarez. I got an office right upstairs, unit 247. We help distressed homeowners sell their houses very, very fast, and we help real estate investors looking to find fix and flips, buy holds, or any investment properties, multifamily, etc. We help them find really, really good deals with the maximum return. So that's what we do.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, guys, thanks so much for being here. Feel free to hang out for a minute if you guys want to talk and network, grab some snacks, restrooms around the corner, come explore this cool space. If you guys ever have like client meetings you need to do or things like this, is an amazing environment. I think they have like 6 or 7 locations just around the DFW area, but it's pretty great. Me and Nelson are almost roommates upstairs.
Yeah, like 2 units now. So.
Yeah, we'll have to get like a ping pong table up there. Just knock out some of those desks. Cool. But thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you got some value out of it, and we'll hang out for a minute, get some snacks. Oh, and if you didn't fill this out, if you wouldn't mind putting your information on here. Thanks, ladies.
They're a week early.
What's that?
What's next week that they're a week early for?
Thank you guys for